What's going on, Monopoly family? Welcome back to the channel. Today, guys, I want to answer a question for every trader out there. Doesn't matter what you're trading, if you're trading options, stocks, commodities, whatever it is you're trading, any instrument out there, the answer will still be the same. So, I see these comments every now and then. Zed, how long does it take to become a profitable, consistent trader? And the reality is, guys, because this is a new skill and everybody that goes into this industry, the first thing they focus on is making money. And at the end of the day, let's not lie to ourselves. That's why we get into this, because the money's good and the money comes fast. But just like any other skill, let's take a software developer, for example, because I always link this to software development, where you're trying to learn how to code and you're using all this information, whether it's online information, books, to guide you, and you're actually coding and you have something produced, but you still don't know how to code. This was all a helping hand from basically a book or somebody. But then once you learn this skill, now you're coding without even any assistant, and you're developing programs, pushing out programs without anybody there to guide you. That's the same with trading, guys. You're gonna reach your career is going to start off by you beginning trading as a beginner, learning a strategy, a framework. Maybe you get a mentor to guide you and put you on the right path. And the answer to that question of how long it will take to become a consistent, profitable trader, where you can say to yourself, I'm now going all in, I can prepare to quit my job. Basically, I'm ready for the big fish. You're going to reach a point in your life or in your trading career. And by the way, like I said, this relates to everything: options trading, day trading, even swing trading, investing. You're gonna have to be profitable, right? Consistent. And when you reach that moment where you can tell all the ins, all the outs of really what you're doing, like it's gonna be like your baby, like your kid. Your kid, you know exactly what's wrong with him or her, or if it's a son or a daughter, when they're upset, you know exactly why they're upset. And you know what you have to do to solve it. The stock market is the same thing. Many traders are reactive traders. Here on this channel, we're also predictive traders. So we predict what's about to happen, and then we also react. Once you master those two things, where now you can predict exactly what's about to happen for a specific stock, just like I do in many of my trading tutorials, you see that I share my game plan. And sure enough, it plays out. Now, this game plan, or me predicting what's about to happen for a specific stock, I'm predicting based on past history and also certain variables that I find out on the day. I identify these variables that tell me that's exactly what's about to happen for that stock. Now, a lot of people say you cannot predict the market. You cannot predict the market for a month or for a week, but you can predict the market for that exact date. Why? Well, at the end of the day, trading is all about fear and hype. You understand those two, you'll find an edge over the market, because you'll look for these PR releases, these articles, these pieces of news that will tell you if today is going to be filled with hype or if today is going to be fear. So you're going to just base it on one of those patterns that you've identified, and you will identify patterns. Okay, now some people, your mentors might have patterns, but you can identify them for yourself in the long run if you actually focus on what you're looking for. And that's just the behavior of the stock based on certain variables. The moment you find yourself being able to predict, and sure enough, the play plays out on the day for you, that's the moment you can say for yourself or to yourself that you're ready. Now you know what you're doing. You became as one with the market, and that's what it's gonna take, is you becoming as one with the stock market. Not just the stock market. For example, I know traders that focus on a specific industry. They know the ins, the outs, what affects this industry to go up in value or down in value, or the stocks in this industry. And then the reaction comes in. So we predict what's about to happen before market opens. Our strategy here is to trade the first 15 minutes of stock market open. That's the prediction. We say to ourselves, that's exactly what's about to happen. Why do we do that? I know many traders don't do that, right? They can't predict, they just react. Well, I do that because it gives me confidence It gives me confidence of where the stock will end up in for the whole day. And then once the market opens, I can say to myself, it's time to react. Reaction is based on price action, okay? Reading what's in front of you on the day, the price action, the candlesticks, that's reaction. That's what many traders react to. It's just seeing what's playing in front of them on the day. So every cent that moves will tell a story of where the stock wants to go or what this stock is about to do. You know, many traders, when they look at a chart or look at the price movements, I mean, for me, I can tell when a stock is consolidating, and I can say to myself, now is the time to enter a short position because it's coming back down, because the stock cannot shoot up for too long. I mean, prediction, reaction, you master these two things and you're on your way to taking this seriously, because now the only thing left is really just managing emotions. You know the ins, you know the outs. This is the skill that you've just mastered. You understanding, tapping into the psychology of investors and traders. I mean, that makes it even easier. You knowing what these traders and investors are about to do, it makes it easier for you. Now, to beginners, this sounds complicated. Like, I don't understand what you're talking about. Well, because you're not really traded. Once you start trading, this talk will be like beginner's talk. It will be easy to understand. So, back to the question, how long will it take me to become a consistent, profitable trader? How long does it take you to master these things that I just talked about? Which is predicting patterns, understanding what this piece of news will do to this specific stock on the day. How long will it take you to master price action, reading candlesticks? For me, I don't read candlesticks. I focus on price movements. And sure enough, they're the same things, all right? But you can use both if you wish. So that is the skill you have to learn. That's where you should focus your time, your energy, your resources on learning these things. You know, just watching a price and saying, oh, it's going to go up because it's going up. Like, for example, let's look at a penny stock. A penny stock gets FDA approved. Before market opens, it shoots up by 30%. And then a lot of beginners come into the market and they're like, wow, this stock is up 30%. Let me put my money in this stock because it's going to continue up. It has great news of FDA approvals. Little do they know that those who bought before market open will dump on them as soon as the market open, causing the stock to drop back down. And this is where patterns come into play. You saying to yourself, here's the prediction, and now I have to react. And sure enough, as soon as market open, you see the candlestick, big red candlestick, stock consolidates, finds resistance, and then boom, it drops. That's where we take the short position and come out with the 5-10% short and penny stocks. Again, for the earner reports, it's the same thing. So when you find yourself mastering these things and really it just becomes like second nature, and you can predict what's about to happen based on facts, based on variables that exist. What are these variables? Where they're pure, microeconomics, macroeconomics. You focus on these guys, and that will tell you a story on the day. You become like one with the market. You can look at a piece of news and you can say, okay, this industry is about to take a hit because this news came out for this specific industry, and then you go find the stocks for this industry and you say to yourself, this is the stock that's about to take a hit. So really, you're just as, like, it's simple. You don't need education here. You don't need college degree for this. You just need to really understand, like, it's a domino effect. What affects what, and how the trader and the investor is going to react. And on the day, you read the price action, and every cent that moves will tell you a story. Okay? That's the moment you can say to yourself, I am now profitable and consistent, or I'm going to become profitable and consistent. Time to give it everything. Maybe you go quit your job. Maybe you dedicate everything to this craft. And really, that's how you know you're on the right track. Sure enough, at the beginning, you're going to make money. You will. Right? But that's the problem with many beginners. They don't focus on developing this skill. They focus on developing, growing their account. And sure enough, you can grow your account, but then you'll take a hit every now and then, and you really lose confidence because you don't know what you're looking for or what you're supposed to look for or why you took a hit, why you made that loss. That's the difference between somebody that takes a loss and says, okay, I'll come back tomorrow. Today wasn't my day because such and such happened. And somebody that takes a loss and say, this isn't for me. And they forget about all the progress they've made, all the money they've made, and they let one loss, you know, just take away their confidence. So at the end of the day, how long does it take to become a consistent, profitable trader? Well, are you willing to dedicate time into learning this skill? Just put in your energy into it. And this is not just with day trading. Swing trading is the same thing. You need to look at specific stocks that are undervalued and undervalued for a reason. Why are they at this level? So you're gonna have to do some digging into the news. With options trading, you're gonna have to look at obviously a stock and say to yourself, this stock is you know, it's not worth, it's gonna be worth that much in the future. So I'm gonna, you know, open a call, or if it's worth less, you believe it's gonna be worth less, you're gonna put a put option on it. So it's the same thing with every instrument, guys. Understanding, being as one with the market. When you get to that level, then that's when you know you're on the right path to do well in life and do this for a living. Hopefully this talk, guys, gave you some value, added some value to your trading. See you again for more videos. Smash that like button. Join me on Instagram. Let me know in the comment section where you're at, and also if my videos are helping. See you again, guys. Stay safe and happy trading. Peace.